Hey everyone, welcome back to Legally Teaching and Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Sam and Max Loga. Today will be Thursday, March 20th, the first day of March Madness 2025. Let's go.
What a glorious day to be
That,
alive. It honestly is.
go ahead.
It honestly is. I think this is probably top three, maybe top two favorite days of the year. It's got to be top two.
Absolutely. All right, what are we doing tonight, Sam, or today?
Well, a little round table. I think it's just going to be pretty pure basketball talk. That's what this time of year is about. So that's probably what we're going to focus on tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're probably right. What else?
Round
You're with us every week.
table.
Round table. Starting now. Vino's Vivid Vivations, Sam's Cooler Talk. Just forget about all that stuff.
I mean, I figured it was just going to be basketball talk. Let's focus on the important things.
All right. All right. Max, would you pay $20 to get into a bracket pool?
I would pay $20 to get into a bracket pool because that turnaround could be a lot of money and it's worth a shot.
True that. True that. All right, let's get it going. Lily Teach Engineer Sports, episode 127. Let the madness begin.
All right, there you go. The glorious
Nice.
intro to March Madness. I was trying to look for what's his name? Greg Gimbel, some Rolling Stones. If you watch the selection show on Sunday, they let it off the sweet intro for him who passed away and played some Rolling Stones. It got me fired up. So it's good stuff there.
Yeah, it was very nice. Greg Gumbel. First time not being there in like I think my whole life doing selection show. So pretty cool, pretty sad, but pretty cool for Greg Gumbel. Yeah. So today's Monday. We're doing this on St. Patty's Day. So happy belated St. Patty's Day to everyone. Um, we've got a bracket. It's amazing. It's sexy. I listened to Pardon My Take, and we'll quote PFT commenter later, but we'll just say it now. He wants to fuck his brackets. I mean, who doesn't? A clean, fresh bracket. It's honestly one of the best things in the world. Not a lot of other things I want more in life um, than a clean, fresh bracket. So yeah, really excited to go through that. Sam spot on. That is going to be the majority of our podcast this evening. Before we get to there, let's round it back to Vino's Vivid Vivations, presented by Vino, the most amazing 5-year-old cat in all the land. Vino, being the lover that he is, bequeathed an everlasting allotment of smile, sunshine, love, and happiness upon every soul that he ever encountered. Vino, notoriously not a fan of woo-ing, will be honored by Vino's Vivid Vivations, where we will coolly, calmly, collectively, and kindly articulate our Vini sports moment of the week. Vino's Vivid Vivations. Meow. All right, I'm gonna get the ball rolling. And the ball was rolling all open Indy this weekend. And of course, shout out to the Big Ten champions, the Michigan Wolverines. Stormed into Indianapolis, won 3 games. I lost 13 months off my life in all three of those games, especially Saturday and Sunday. But well worth it. The 2025 Big Ten champions, the tournament champions, the Michigan Wolverines.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 whiskers. Love that. Thank you. What you got, Max?
See, mine is going to be, as Sam would like to say, probably low hanging fruit, but it's of the same. I knew Dylan was probably going to do that. So I would want more specific. To Dusty May for taking a last place team in the Big Ten last year and turning it around to what we are being able to watch this year and achieving, like Dylan said, a Big Ten tournament championship and placing third in the regular season, sniffing that over first. Just couldn't get it done, but shout out to him for being a dog and turning the ship around real quick.
Yeah, I like that. 4 out of 5 pause. Good job. Sam, your Vino's Vivation.
I'll stick with the theme. You guys went specific with Michigan. I'm gonna just go Big Ten tournament. It seemed to be one that was the closest throughout. May have had some of the more better, more interesting finishes, as you would say. So I would just say shout out to the Big Ten for showing up and showing out over the last week. I thought that was a great showing, and hopefully we'll actually see some Big Ten teams make a run.
I agree. That is the hope. Enough of the SEC dominance. 14 teams in the tournament is just stupid. So yeah, good one, Sam. 2 out of 2 eyes. Well done. All right, let's get to the round table. We kind of already touched on it. Both of you said this could be a brief round table. This is the week of March Madness. That is the focal point of tonight's episode. But there are still a few other things. Like the women's bracket. Did you guys print that one out? And have you enjoyed that one as much as the men's?
I did not print that one out. I did do one on ESPN though. I've done 2 women's brackets, so I did join that tournament challenge as well. But I didn't print it out.
Step further than me, I did not do one. I did generally keep an eye on where things stood and all the dumb comments that were being said by dumb coaches. But Sam, did you, I guess, look at anything?
No, no, I did see some people were upset for some random reason, not sure why. But yeah, no, I haven't looked into it or given it a glance.
Michigan is a 6 seed, so hopefully they can win the first game, then take down Notre Dame in game 2. It's on. It's the women's. The higher seeds 1 through 4 host the first weekend. So it's in South Bend. So hopefully Michigan can pull off an upset in game 2. Take care of business in game 1, pull off an upset in game 2. Um, and then other basketball tournaments ongoing. Are you aware of the other basketball tournaments? Can you name the 3 others
Yeah,
for the men?
the NIT, and then there's this one I didn't really realize existed. I do not know the name. I saw it, but
There's 2 more.
there's 2 more.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Sam, any guesses?
There's probably isn't there like a managers tournament that
There is
happened?
that too. Yeah, there's that too.
Okay.
There's like a CBI tournament, so it's a college basketball invitational. Um, there's the NIT. Max correctly nailed that, and then this year, brand new, there's the Crown, exclusive to the Big Ten, the Big East. It's like straight up only the teams that played on Fox.
So I
Fox.
saw an ad for that when I was watching TV with a friend, and we were like, "What the frick is that? Isn't that Durant? That must be like a misprint." So they're telling me they made a special tournament for Big Ten, Big East loser teams that
To put
didn't
on
make it.
Fox. Yep, to put on Fox,
Cool, cool, cool.
and it's
So
gonna be in
like,
Vegas. It's gonna be in Vegas, like I don't know if all of it's in Vegas or some of it's in Vegas, and then they're basically paying out like X amount of NIL money to each player on the like semifinals or the finals. Yeah, so definitely don't know a ton about the Crown, but it is out there. So
so financially speaking, maybe that is an option.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Better.
and you
What
don't
are your
have the
odds here of
option.
winning the NCAA tournament, but making 100 grand?
Yeah, that's a great point. And you can't, unlike the NIT, you can't back out of the Crown. It's like if you're selected, you're in. There's no retreating from that one.
This is one hodgepodge bracket if I've ever seen one. We got Oregon State playing UCF. You got Tulane playing USC. George Washington playing Boise State. Nebraska playing Arizona State. Georgetown playing Washington State. Utah playing Butler. And DePaul playing Cincy. There's your first round matchups.
Gross. That's gross. Yeah. So there's that. It's the Crown. So we'll have
They're
to do a little
playing,
research.
they're playing at the MGM Grand Resort, so in a ballroom.
There we go. So it is in Vegas.
Yep. Yep. Wow.
Nice. Well, there it is.
Speaking of the NIT, did you guys hear the story about South Alabama?
Yeah, I got invited and they said, no, just kidding, you're not coming.
Yeah, after the players got told that they were getting shipped to the NIT, got all excited and said, "No, see you guys later. Thanks for coming." So that's kind of shitty. Shout out to the NCAA.
Another shout out to the NCAA. Did you see what the governor of West Virginia did?
Nope.
He pretty much just called out the NCAA selection committee because West Virginia was probably the most notarized team that got kind of snubbed, got dick slapped the hardest. North Carolina was picked over West Virginia. North Carolina was also picked over Indiana, but it seemed West Virginia. So there's 111 amateur bracketologists that make brackets, and 111 out of 111 had West Virginia in their brackets, and only like maybe 27 of them had North Carolina. And then, of course, you know the story about how the head of the committees, the AD for North Carolina, just a lot of back, some real shitty stuff going on. So the governor came out with a statement, and then I thought they were gonna move forward with some sort of legality action, which I don't think there's really anything you can do on that front, but I thought that maybe there was something like that. So stay tuned. Maybe the state of West Virginia will get blown up as a result of trying to fight the NCAA committee. Sam, what you got?
I mean, I will jump ship, go to, I don't know, let's go hockey. These Red Wings figuring it out. Did we even talk about the trade deadline in the hockey?
Not really.
The biggest one that I noticed, Marchand, however you say his name, out of Boston. That's crazy. That was the craziest one for me.
Yeah, to the rival, Florida.
Yeah, well, I guess Boston's been sucking anyways, but yeah, like to give a team a chance, right? Flip the odds for the Stanley Cup pretty quickly.
Yep, that was a good point. Red Wings didn't really do much. We got talked about a little bit, I think. They got Peter Mrazek
Yeah, we did
back.
hit on that.
Yeah, and then yeah, that's really it. I don't know. Red Wings are ass. I guess they beat the Golden Knights, and I bet on them, so that was cool. Um, More importantly, Ovechkin's what now away? Max.
8.
All right, good. He's on it.
So
No,
I saw another crazy stat. He's like 33 hits away from having the most career hits, like all-time hits too. So he's probably in his head chasing that one a little bit more than the goals. He's like, the goals will come. I'm gonna hunt somebody down and for my big last hit.
you gotta be able to average two a game, right? It's not like that would be period to hit someone.
Yeah. Yeah, but so I saw a tweet. It's like, imagine there's nobody out there that's the thought the all-time leading goal scorer is gonna have the most career all-time leading hits as well. So it's
It's
like
true. It's a pretty cool stat. Pretty cool stat. Um, Max, that was probably one of your weaker parts of your hockey game, right? Being able to hit people.
that and scoring.
Yeah, I'd say the hitting. You used a lot of your arms. You flailed around with your wrists and your arms out.
Yeah. I you know I was 170 soaking wet, so it was hard. I tried my best.
That's what
Sometimes
she said.
I'd
It
be
was
like the bug
hard.
on I'd be like the bug on the windshield.
Didn't lack the effort, and that's what mattered.
Yeah, you had good effort, as they would say, as the posters would say. You had the effort that was good. Um, it was hard, and you tried hard. That's all that matters. Um, Sam, I don't know, any surprising conference tournament results that caught your eye?
Yeah, I really tuned into most of those. No, not a single one caught my eye. Is the Duke star playing in the tournament that rolled his ankle in the first game? No clue yet? All right.
No, according to Duke, they are.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he will be until all the money's collected. Then he won't be.
We'll talk more about that. But yeah, Iowa State coming out, their head coach announcing that their second best leading scorer not playing, but not releasing that information until the seed was given. So they probably would have gone from a 3 to like a 4, maybe even a 5. Kind of fucked. Um, so injuries are a big part, Sam. So it's a really good point. So when we go through our bracket, we'll mention more of that stuff. So good point. Dusty, congrats on the win.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. What do you want to say about
He was
Dustin?
literally wearing that same shirt on when he won the title yesterday. So I mean,
I
you look
had
good.
I had it on during the game. I saw they had Maze on. I had my Michigan basketball sweatshirt on, and then I turned it on. They had Maze on. I was like, shit. Ran into the closet, put this on. I felt just like him.
Fits just like
I
him.
wore a white. Yeah, it does. It looks just like him. I wore a white sweater all weekend. It was good luck. Um, that game Saturday against Maryland, what a win. Danny Wolf, suck a dick, dude. Can't hit free throws. Going to be their demise in the tournament. You already know it is. They should have had won that game already, but sick from Ice Tray to do what Ice Tray does and be a dog. And then he kind of did it again on Sunday. Michigan battled demons that whole game. Found a way to beat. I don't think they're a better team. They found a way to beat a team that they should have beaten. Michigan, we talked about it. They were plus 1100 coming in. They had like the seventh or eighth best odds in the Big Ten after being the third seed. You're right. I bet on them a bunch. They were plus money every single game. It was an awesome weekend for me. Yeah, I already put a couple, maybe $100 on them to win it all. Yeah, it's going to be an electric tournament. I can't wait. I'm stoked about Michigan. Someone else say something nice about Michigan.
I just
I'm
think
allergic to this.
they are a team that you don't know what you're going to get, and that's a dangerous team to play. Like we said a couple weeks ago, I think it was even last week. They're hard. They're out of the Big Ten now. They may have to run in little brother again one more time to get the job done, but it's all right. To match up against two 7-footers on a day's turnaround, it's gonna be tough. I think that's gonna be hard, and I'm gonna jump right into it. Their first round matchup, the biggest player on San Diego, wannabe University of San Diego State. He's only 6'8", so I don't know. He's gonna have to guard Vlad, or he's gonna have to guard Danny. That's already 2 to 3 inches in height change, so it's gonna be tough. So good luck.
What is University of California, San Diego's mascot, Sam?
Their logo looks sick. I ain't gonna lie. I could not tell you what their mascot is.
Max?
It's like the Tritons or something, I think.
Nailed it. The Tritons. It's correct. So I stayed up on Saturday night, unbeknownst, and betting too much money, but unbeknownst that was going to be a team Michigan's going to play. They were basically down the whole first half against UC Irvine. But the money line, or they were still like 7-point favorites. I was like, fuck, maybe I guess they're just real good. They came out in the second half and proved it. They got a bunch of shooters. They turned another team over. I don't know. They're going to be good, but I think 5-12, 3.5 point spread's crazy. As long as Michigan just doesn't shoot as poorly as it against Wisconsin and just maintains less than 20 turnovers, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that this team I read up on as well is they live and die by the three. So if that goes cold, it's gonna be a long day for them. Like Dylan said, they got shooters, but I don't know. One thing,
Same for Michigan.
it's
Go ahead.
I'm just excited because, like I said, Michigan is Michigan. We've watched them all year. They could come out and play like they did against Nebraska way back when, or they can come out and put up almost 100 points. So it's a dangerous team.
Yeah, I agree. So they shot like that against Wisconsin pretty much 3/4 that game yesterday. The big difference, though, which has vastly improved from week 2, defense. So defense travels. If they just find a way to maintain and continue to play good defense, Will Cheddar, hopefully Roddy Gale's okay. Going to need him. Reuben Jones, Namari Burnett. From a defensive perspective, they are dogs, and they just got to keep being dogs. LJ Kason, freaky little dog. Keep being a freaky little dog. All right, we'll get more into a little bit more into Michigan. Let's finish the roundtable. Sam, anything else?
Yeah, my boy Rory won the players.
Yeah,
Let's get
that's a
it. I
good
watched
one.
that this morning. That was fantastic.
Yeah, playoff, right?
Yeah. I hated the ESPN notification though. They're like, Rory won in part because this dude hit it in the water. Like, screw you. Rory won. You don't need to say because the other dude messed up. I thought that was quite like a little.
Did you hear what Rory did during the weekend?
Yeah, forget about it. It was first round shenanigans. It's fine. He moved on. He did better.
Yeah, but do you know what he did? He spent $938 on an Uber and had his wife put his clubs in an Uber and have them driven down. So he was using new clubs this weekend, and he's like, fuck this. I'm not using these anymore. He called his wife, said, I'm sending an Uber, put him in the car. They're getting to me. Got up there the next day, and that's why he took off. He goes, yeah, I want to stick with these through the Masters, and then I'll reassess what clubs I want to use. So he literally Ubered his clubs to the course.
That's
Because it
crazy.
was in
This was
Florida
clubs
somewhere.
though before like the players.
Yeah, because it was somewhere in Florida, right? The Players Championship, and then he lived somewhere not far enough away that, yeah.
Yeah, but he spent $938 on an Uber to get him there. It's wild.
That's less than $2 on a bracket, just so we're clear for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, semantics.
Yeah.
So Sam, you're a Rory guy?
Of course.
Checks out. All right. Max, anything else for the roundtable?
No, I just got this sweet stat. It's projected that Americans across the country will spend $3.1 billion on wagers for March Madness, which is insane, but awesome at the same time.
Yes, I'm gonna put $280 for brackets. No, 180 for brackets. I'm gonna be in 4 pools. Yeah, it comes out to $180. So I'm excited. And that's not even including the gambling I'm going to do on the duel. So,
Yeah.
Exciting.
Finally step.
Yeah, can't wait. Last thing before we move on. Happy opening day, guys. The baseball season gets underway tomorrow in Japan. So Tuesday, the 18th, the Cubs and Dodgers will face off. It's like a 9 or 8 a.m. I don't know what time it is. It's in the morning. How early?
6:10. 6:10.
6 a.m. first pitch
Yep.
from Japan, the Cubs and the Dodgers. So happy opening day. Officially next week, the Tigers do head to Los Angeles to play the Dodgers Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They don't play Sunday. Oddly enough, I don't think. But yeah, so happy opening week of baseball, I suppose. All right. With that, let's move to Serenity Now, sponsored by Stage Room Designs. Speaking of which, Stage Room Designs made this shirt, Bracketologist LTS Sports Podcast. So shout out to Stage Room Designs. Serenity Now this week is honestly, there's going to be a lot of new ball watchers, not ball knowers. We'll get everyone. I hope everyone gets the ability and opportunity to say hello to the horrendous and inexplicably piss poor efforts of the college basketball referee crews, because they are the absolute worst unit in all of sports. Christina was introduced to some of the absolute most pitiful garbage ass calls she will and ever see in the Big Ten tournament. Get ready, fans of not usually watching college basketball. Your heart is going to be broken by shitty refs whose egos are far too large. Yeah, their games will be changed and dictated because of old white dudes with minimal hair on top of their heads. So enjoy. Serenity freaking now.
It's if we will go back to the Wisconsin Michigan game, and if you watch the last minute, our GHLers, they went to the review for balls out of bounds 4 straight times. Not even 10 seconds of gameplay was played. They have no confidence in their calls. They just rely on that shit, and it's annoying. They were the most blatant thing sitting in my living room, like, oh, that's Michigan's ball. Oh, that's Wisconsin's ball. Live action. Like, you can tell.
Oh, 100%. No, it was bad. It's just like now it gets under 2 minutes. So, I mean, players do this before it gets to 2 minutes. I'm just like, please be above 2 minutes nowadays. But anytime it goes under, it's like an automatic. Like, it's just so stupid. But that's not even what I'm talking about. Like the charges that get called, the ticky tack fouls. It's a ticky tack foul now, but not a ticky tack foul later. The judgment decisions are just so piss poor. And yeah, there was a charge on Michigan where the Wisconsin defender was already falling, and they called it a charge on Michigan. Like, what are we doing?
It was on Kason, and the guy Wisconsin's feet weren't even on the ground. He was in the air.
So yeah, good luck to everyone viewing college basketball for the first time. Turning now. All right, let's get to the brackets. It's beautiful. We have a bracket. I think the best way to do it is to go from the top left quadrant and then head around the corner and up and down. But before we get to that, do some quick tidbits on how you should approach this Thursday and Friday. Max, do you have any advice to our GHLers?
As in what regards? Like to watch, how to pick your bracket, which
watching or bracketology, however you want to do it.
Oh, I was just all right. If you're gonna watch, if you're fortunate enough to have a half days on those Thursday, Fridays, that's optimal. But if you can't, March Madness does it for free from your work laptop. Nowadays, most people have that. If you have YouTube TV, feel free to log in. You can quad box on your laptop. It'd be a good setup, nice and close. And then other than that, if you got an ESPN app, set reminders on your phone. That way you get notifications at halftime, close games, things like that. So there you go.
Nice. All good stuff. Sam, any advice?
Yeah, like the first game starts at 12:15. They're about 2 hours long, so you don't need to really worry till about 2 to catch the end of that one. And then it just kind of follows suit, so you can just catch the end of every game from there on out.
Fair. That's actually pretty good advice, Sam. If you're not a big ball lover. So you know what? I think from your perspective, that's good advice. My first advice is to go ahead and get the schedule. So get that printed out and then highlight the games that concern you the most, right? There's probably a number of ones that you want to keep a little more closer eye on. So to Sam's point, be on the lookout for those. Print off one of those schedules that has the TV channel, so then you can, right, there's going to be a quad box. You're probably not going to have any issue. But still, if you want to really hone in on one, maybe don't have opportunities to have True TV or TBS or TNT, but more likely than not, you do have CBS. So maybe just have an eye out for the ones you're going to be able for sure to watch. Um, and then for bracketology, I think I read a tweet and I think it's spot on. Do a bracket, kind of like raw dog it right away. First initial thoughts, whatever. Second bracket, put as much brain control power into it. Think things through, right? Do a brain one. And then the third bracket, pure heart. What do you want to see happen in this bracket? Like this is something your rooting interest bracket. So yeah, I think, and you don't have to submit all those for money. You can submit one, you can submit none. It's just fun to maybe have those three and see how you do. But let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. Let's pick some games. First game, I don't know. Is anyone going to take a 16 seed? Auburn's got the winner of Alabama State and St. Francis University. St. Francis has a losing record. I mean, are we all on Auburn here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this I don't see any 16s this year, but you never know.
Never know. All right, let's head to the 8-9. So these games are played in Lexington, Kentucky. Um, Louisville's playing Creighton. Thoughts, Max?
So I was kind of blown away that Louisville's an 8 seed as they are finished in the top 10 rankings in the AP poll and got to the ACC championship game. But I think they were worth them going right down the street 30 minutes away. So this is a home game for Louisville. So Louisville.
Sam?
Yeah, give me a little.
Yeah, I'm on the Cardinals as well. Max, you hit it. It's a home game. Louisville's got Chucky Hepburn. Creighton's soft, too white. All right, Michigan, UC San Diego. I'm on Michigan. Yeah, they have the ability. I think more than 50%. I think it's like 60% of people are going to be on UC San Diego trains. Michigan finds a way. It's going to look ugly at times. And by the way, this is a 10 p.m. tip, Sam, on Thursday night. So get a nap in Thursday. He's shaking his head. 10 p.m. tip on Thursday night. I don't know. Michigan's had played Sunday late. Gonna have to travel soon. It's gonna be backs against the wall, but I think they find a way. Go blue, Max.
Yeah, I think this is a little horseshit. The committee, I think, stopped watching college basketball Friday, and they just said, "All right, we have a bracket. Whatever happens, happens." Bullshit. Michigan's backs are against the wall. Nobody wants to see Michigan win. It's Michigan versus everybody. It really is. Give me Michigan.
Sam.
Yeah, I said it last week that if Michigan didn't win in the Big Ten tournament, they weren't going to win here. I wasn't going to pick them. They won in the Big Ten tournament, so I'm going to pick them, but they definitely got the shaft. And fun fact, a 5 seed's never won. A first-time coach has never won the Big Ten tournament. Might be a year.
Like that. I like that, Sam. All right, run it back, Sam. Aggies of Texas A&M or the Bulldogs of Yale?
I think this is where the basketball gets fun. Give me Yale for a little reunion.
Yeah, and the reunion Sam's referring to is Danny Wolf of Yale, and I agree 100%. I'm taking Yale here.
I'm also taking, yeah, I've picked them in every bracket. This is, I think, one of the upsets I circled. You get like your 2 to 3 that you kind of feel good about for your upsets. This is my one of them.
I'd also like to make it noted at this point. This is my first time looking at the bracket right now.
So this is the first version I'm referring to for you. This is the raw dog.
Yep.
All right, I like that. This is like my seventh bracket to be honest with you. So we're gonna keep going and see if anything majorly changes. Ole Miss versus the winner of North Carolina San Diego State. I've been back and forth in this one. Honestly, if North Carolina beats San Diego State, I could see maybe North Carolina going on a little bit of a run. So I'm gonna like wait to pin this one in until after that game on I think it's Wednesday night.
No, that's Thursday nights. North Carolina.
Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Okay. So then I for now I'll take Ole Miss. Max.
Yeah. So this is kind of a toss up because I think UNC could be okay, and I don't know much about Ole Miss, so I'm gonna go Ole Miss now.
Sam.
If UNC wins, give me UNC. If not, deal with that later. But I'll take that winner.
All right. Iowa State, Lipscomb. Max, go ahead.
I'm going Lipscomb. I think this is another one I'm going to circle because Iowa State was scumbags about not saying their star player was going to be out. So F their head coach. Give me Lipscomb.
TJ Otzenberg. Yeah, but the scumbagginess paid off, so they got Lipscomb. So this is a walk in the park. Iowa State rolls in this one. Sam?
Yeah, give me Iowa State.
Right, San Marquette or New Mexico 7-10 matchup in the West or in the South.
That's a tough one. I usually end up picking both these teams when the year comes around. I'm gonna go ahead and take. There's been a few more. We'll take Marquette.
All right, you're on the Golden Eagles. I'm gonna pass to Max.
I'm gonna be also on the Golden Eagles as long as they have no brain fart plays. I mean, I can't say that, but that's how they've lost their last two games. Very frustrating. Um, so give me Marquette. Just be a little bit smarter, Marquette.
Yeah, so I'm down on Marquette too because I don't think New Mexico has a chance against Michigan State. I don't think Marquette does either, but I think maybe Marquette has a better chance against Michigan State. So I'm taking Marquette, but it doesn't even matter. I'm taking Bryant to beat Michigan State. Bryant's high flying. If you guys recall a certain year when a certain team from the middle of Tennessee was a certain seed, number 15 or so, beat a certain Michigan State team that everybody was picking to get to the Final Four and not win it all. Feels eerily similar, and people are kind of overlooking that and thinking that loss to Wisconsin was a good thing for Michigan State. Not so fast. Watch out for the Bryant boys to make some noise. Max,
Where is Bryant? Do you know?
it's in a state somewhere in the Northeast. I don't know exactly which state.
Oh, I was looking. This is a 10. This is also a 10 p.m. tip. Just hopefully Michigan State's falling asleep at tip off. But no, I'm gonna pick Michigan State.
Sam,
Yeah, I see that 15 seed upset, but I don't think Bryant's got the ability to get in Michigan State's head, and that's how you beat Michigan State. So give me Michigan State.
I will say I do think they have a handful of people on their team whose heads are easily penetrable. Jeremy Fears, bitch. Holloway, pussy. Uh, Xavier Booker probably failed his SATs, ACTs, and BACs. Um, yeah, I don't know. Not Big Ten tournament champs. Doesn't matter. All right, let's move up that bracket. So you guys have so the next guy, just give me who you have in the Sweet 16, and then into the Elite Eight. So we might have different matchups, correct? So just give me
Yeah.
your Sweet 16, and then who gets to the Elite Eight, and then you can even say your Final 14. So we're gonna do this one a little quicker, and I'll go first. So Auburn, Louisville. I've got Louisville actually winning that home game for Louisville. Michigan, Yale. Michigan comes out on top. Michigan beats Louisville in revenge game in 2013 to get to the Elite Eight down in Atlanta, Georgia. Game might have actually been in Atlanta as well. Crazy. Um, Ole Miss, Iowa State. I'm on still on Iowa State. I think Marquette and Bryant. Marquette goes to the Sweet 16. I lied. I'm on Ole Miss, not Iowa State. So I've got Ole Miss beating Marquette. So I have Ole Miss in the Elite Eight, and then I have Michigan in the Final Four. Sam, a lot of eyebrows. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, that's a lot. I love it. I'm right there with you though with the Louisville Michigan matchup because again, I think the NCAA Magic is in this side of the bracket. But then give me Iowa State, Michigan State, Michigan State, Michigan. Because why put these two teams on the same side of the bracket? Stupid. Give me Michigan to finally get the better of Michigan State in the big game.
I think Sam and I both have Michigan in the Final Four. Max, what do you have?
All right, so I got Auburn beating Louisville. I got Michigan beating Yale. Ole Miss beating Lipscomb. Marquette, Shaka Smart beating Michigan State. Shaka Smart beating Ole Miss. Michigan beating Auburn. Michigan to the Final Four.
Three Michigans,
You'll see a theme in my Final Fours.
and it rhymes with Big Hen. Um, all right. Easily predictable. Let's go to the bottom left. We're gonna have to do a little extendo time, but we can get this. I think this first round game is wrapped up under the first 5 minutes here. We're all in Florida, I'm assuming, right? Sorry, Max on Norfolk State.
No, I'm in Florida.
All right. Sam, who you got? UConn, the two-time defending national champions, with Oklahoma Sooners.
Give me Oklahoma. There was a great movie this year, Twisters. If you haven't watched it, give it a watch.
It is a great movie, and that guy's name is Glenn. I think he's really good looking. I'm on UConn now. Former Michigan Wolverine bogs UConn down, but not enough in this game. Max,
Um, Yeah, I'm also on UConn. Sorry, I'm on UConn, and then I'm just gonna roll into the next one. Give me Memphis. I was watching a little bit of Memphis this past weekend, and I tried googling it before we started. I couldn't find his name, but they got an alternate team name. Can't think of him. I'm gonna go to the roster real quick. Keep
All
picking.
right, while you're doing that, so Colorado State's actually favored. I think 3.5 point favorite in this game, 12-5. What crazy. Um, I just think it's poor seeding, but I'm on Memphis. I think they have just pure ball scorers, and they're a team that's won some games this year. So I'll take Memphis. Sam, what about you?
Also Memphis.
Yeah, and that
Max,
that guy's name is Dane Danger. So
former Illini, fighting Illini member.
there you go.
All right, Maryland, Grand Canyon. I'm on the Terps. I think Maryland's actually a really, really good team. They've got like three NBA players. And Derek Queen's legit. Sam,
Also on Maryland.
Max,
Maryland. Watching them play Michigan. They're scary.
yeah. Max, who you got? Missouri Drake.
I'm gonna go Missouri. And I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. Who's ever
Sam,
next?
Mizzou.
and I'll take Drake. Drake slows the game down. Suffocating defense. White. Uh, yeah, I'm on Drake. Start from the bottom. Now we're here. Texas Tech and UNC Wilmington.
Give me the Red Raiders. I'm going Red Raiders.
I'm rolling with Tech as well. Sam,
UNC Wilmington.
I love it. The Seahawks. I got Kansas to beat Arkansas and St. John's to beat Omaha. Max.
I got Arkansas to beat Kansas and St. John's to beat Omaha.
Sam.
Kansas, St. John's. Basketball schools.
It would be awesome to see Omaha beat St. John's and smash their trash can with their logo on it. It'd be sick.
It would be. So people are Googling over this bottom, right? So you have Kansas, Arkansas. So you have Bill Self versus Calipari, and then you've got Rick Pitino in St. John's. So you're gonna have potentially have a great matchup in that second game. Kansas has been one of the most underwhelming, disappointing, boobity teams all year. And to Max's least favorite idea of the situation, Hunter Big Dick Dickinson gets the job done against St. John's, ruins that newly founded fan base's whole March Madness. Kansas, the Sweet 16. And I'm going to keep going with my other Sweet 16 teams. I got Texas Tech to beat Drake, Maryland to beat Memphis, Florida to beat UConn. Max, give me your Sweet 16 teams.
I got UConn to beat Florida, Maryland to beat Memphis, Missouri to beat Texas Tech, and Arkansas to beat St. John's.
All right, Sam.
Let's go Florida, Maryland, Missouri, St. John's.
All right, let's go Elite Eight and Final Four. Sam, go ahead.
Hang on, sorry. Same batch. Where are we at? So I'll just go chalk Florida St. John's. And give
then,
me St. John's in the final.
all right, so New York in the Final Four. Max.
All right, so I got UConn to beat Maryland, Arkansas to beat Missouri, UConn to beat Arkansas. So I got Michigan, UConn in my Final Four.
UConn's gonna lose their first game. I love it. All right, I've got Maryland to beat Florida, and I've got Texas Tech to beat Kansas, and then I have Maryland to get to the Final Four. All right, so we've got the South, and then we've got what's bottom?
Got the East.
The West?
West.
Is that the West? West.
Mid-
Florida's in the West.
East and Midwest.
Yeah, we got the East and the Midwest to go. So let's go to the East, top right, Duke. I think everyone's on Duke.
Yep.
All right, then let's cook down there. Sam, who you got in the 8-9 matchup there? Winner to face Duke, Mississippi State, or Baylor?
I'm going to do Baylor.
Sam is on Baylor in a game in Raleigh. Max, what about you?
Yeah, I'm on Mississippi State.
Yeah, I'm on Mississippi State here too. They've got a dude, Hubbard. He can score quite a bit. They had a really lousy first game last year. They played Michigan State and they looked like straight butthole. Little revenge game for Mississippi State. Oregon, Liberty. I've gone back and forth in this game quite a bit, but I'm going to take Oregon. I think they're too old, and they're not going to let the two little white boys outshoot them. So I'm on the Ducks. Max?
I'm also on I've been on this one. This is a coin flip. I feel like it could be a sloppy, ugly game from watching Oregon play basketball. It's ugly. But yeah, give me the Ducks.
Sam?
Give me Liberty. I think this is the one. This is the 12-5 that should be picked. It's not the Michigan game.
I like that. Sam, Arizona or Akron?
I really want to pick Akron, but Arizona's a tournament team, so give me Arizona.
Max?
Akron.
I want to pick Akron as well, and I have in many brackets, but I think I'm taking Arizona. I don't know. They've got a dude from Oakland University, Townsend. He's from Clarkson, Michigan. They've got Caleb Love, former Michigan Wolverine, former Tar Heel. I don't know. Arizona. BYU or VCU, the game of the acronyms. I will go BYU here. I watched VCU play 3 games this past weekend. They do have a lot of guards, but they also have a lot of sucky guards. Jackson, former Michigan Wolverine, long lefty. He sucks ass. There's a reason he plays for VCU. BYU can fill it up. I'm on the Cougars. Max?
I also watched VCU, and I was very in shock that they have like a. I think he's their center, bringing the ball up most of the time. I was like, "What's going on right now?" BYU.
BYU as well.
Sam? Wisconsin or Montana?
Wisconsin.
Max?
Wisconsin.
Yeah, 3 for 3. I'm on whiskey too. This is an interesting game. St. Mary's or Vanderbilt. So St. Mary's ranks like I think there's like 356, 360 something teams in college basketball. I think St. Mary's is like 349 in pace of play. So if they were to find a way and Alabama wins, it'd be number one pace of play versus almost dead last in all college basketball pace of play. I think the matchup makers wanted that, and that's why I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm on Vanderbilt. Um, they're too the opposite of what St. Mary's is. Sam, who you got?
Give me St. Mary's.
Max?
I'm on Vandy. I got to watch him in person this year, and it was pretty sweet. It's gonna be Vandy.
Max is a big AJ Hogard guy. All right. Alabama, Robert Morris.
Alabama.
Bama two here. Sam?
Bama.
All right. Let's then pick our elite, or let's pick our Sweet 16. I'm going to go with Duke to beat Mississippi State, Oregon to beat Arizona, Wisconsin to beat BYU, and Bama to beat Vanderbilt. Sam?
I'm gonna go Duke over Baylor, Arizona over Liberty, Wisconsin over BYU, but St. Mary's over Alabama. Slow and steady.
All right. I like it, Max.
I am going to go. Hang on one second. I gotta go back one round. I am going to go Duke over Mississippi State, Oregon over Akron, BYU over Wisconsin, Alabama over Vandy. Running it back, I go Bama over BYU, Duke over Oregon, and then to my final Duke.
Okay. Sam?
Give me Arizona and St. Mary's. I like the St. Mary's pick. I think that'll be a fun one, but give me Arizona to make it.
Nice. Uh, both the teams you have in the Elite Eight, Max had losing in the first round. I love that. I don't know. This upper right quadrant scares me. So Duke has Cooper Flag, who potentially is injured. Bama
Yeah,
has,
that all changes if he doesn't play.
I agree,
Uh,
100%. Grant Nelson potentially injured for Alabama, huge player for them. Wisconsin can turn it on like and beat probably anybody in the country. Uh, but then they could look like yesterday, right in the first half. Oregon, probably the biggest weakness out of everyone. So that puts me Duke to at least get to the Elite Eight. Wisconsin, Bama. I really do want to pick Wisconsin. I think people are eyeing that up for the 2015 repeat or revenge game, maybe the national final with Wisconsin Duke. But I'm on Bama. I think I've got Duke, Bama, and then I think Alabama figures it out, finds a way. So Alabama to the Final Four. So let us finish our brackets. So we have three-fourths of the quadrants done. Let's head to the Midwest, where Houston is the one seed. Um, Everyone's on Houston. We're just going to slot that in over SIU Edwardsville. Then Sam, we're going to let Max take the first 8-9 game. Gonzaga, Georgia. Give me some insight, Max.
I have zero insight for you on this game. I'm picking Georgia.
Sam.
Yeah, I got no insight either. I was gonna try to see. Looks like they're pretty evenly matched. Yeah, give me Gonzaga tournament team. Georgia doesn't know how
Yeah,
to shoot.
Georgia doesn't know how to go to the NCAA tournament. So I think it's kind of crazy, but Gonzaga's lost some inexplicable games this year. Gonzaga's a 6.5 point favorite. I'm on Georgia. Don't know why. Just don't know why.
Gonzaga's got a higher BPI rating for whatever that means.
Gonzaga is like a top 10 net rating team. So yeah, the fact that they're an 8 seed is absurd. Also just randomly, I did a 22 leg parlay. So I didn't do all the games, but I did basically all the games. It was $3, Sam, to win $996,000. No big deal.
You got to hit all of them, I assume.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's move to Clemson, McNeese State. I'm on McNeese. Yeah, Will Wade. This team's very freaky athletic. Their GPA collectively, their team GPA is like less than 2.6. But I think they find a way to beat Clemson. The ACC is the worst, one of the worst conferences in all college basketball this year. So I'll take McNeese. Sam,
Give me Clemson.
Max.
I was about to say kind of the same thing. If you haven't seen McNeese's athletic manager, he's worth a smile. You makes a good time. But I'm glad this isn't a knowledgeable Dylan. I'm glad it's basketball games. Give me McNeese.
That's right. High Point or Purdue, Max?
So this is tough. We talk about teams trending upward. When you want to be trending upward going into a tournament, right? You don't want to be trending downward. And Purdue is spiraling downward. But give me Purdue to win at least this one.
Sam?
Nah, High Point.
I like it. Illinois. Oh, sorry, I'm on Purdue too. Boiler up. Illinois or Xavier, Texas. Xavier, Texas is a really interesting game. Texas is plus money right now. It's like a 1.5 point spread. I don't know. I think it's a crapshoot. I think Illinois is a 3 seed. They have a ceiling of a 1 seed. They have 3 NBA players on that team. I'm taking Illinois. Doesn't matter. Sam, who you got?
I just gotta keep myself in check here. The Big Ten normally chokes, so I'm trying to avoid picking them every time. So maybe this one will be the one. Give me Texas, Xavier.
Max.
I'm on Illinois here.
Kentucky or Troy? I'm not Kentucky. Troy, I read up on them and watched their game. It's horrible. They're bad. I'll take Kentucky.
I'm gonna take Kentucky as well.
Ditto.
Sam. Okay. UCLA, Utah State, Max.
See, this is a tough one, but I'm gonna go UCLA, I think. Yeah, I'll just do it. UCLA.
I'm on UCLA too. Mick Cronin's known for his defensive stewardship. I think UCLA is straight up piss water. I have no idea how they finished fourth in the Big Ten. But Utah State's Utah State, so I'll take UCLA. Sam.
Give me Utah State for the reasoning of I don't want to pick too many Big Ten teams.
I would say if you're gonna shy away from, I'm changing my pick. I'm on Utah State. It's a great point. Yep, I'm on Utah State. Tennessee, Wofford. I'm on Tennessee. Max, I know you're on Tennessee. You think they're gonna win the Natty, maybe, right?
Yeah, and a couple of real ones. They found their way to the Natty. So give me Tennessee.
Sam.
Wofford. That's called a setup pick with Utah State being there as well. So give me Wofford to win that game next.
So Sam's got Wofford in the Sweet 16, eh?
Yes.
finish off your Sweet 16. Go ahead.
All right, give me Kentucky, Clemson, and Houston. And
Great.
then want me to just keep going all the way?
No, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to take Illinois to beat Kentucky. I'm going to take Purdue to beat McNeese. And then I've got Houston to beat Georgia. Max?
Starting at the top, I got Houston to beat Georgia. I got McNeese to continue the Cinderella story and beat Purdue. I've got Illinois to beat Kentucky and Tennessee to beat Illinois or UCLA, sorry.
And then do you have Tennessee? Then you give us your Elite Eight and Final Four.
And then I do have Tennessee beating Illinois, so they're in the Elite Eight. Houston into the Elite Eight as well. My Final Four, good old Rocky Top finds your way to the Final Four.
Sam, your Elite Eight and Final Four.
Houston over Clemson and Kentucky over Wofford, sadly. And then Houston.
All right, I got Houston over Purdue, and then I've got Tennessee over Illinois. I want to pick Illinois, but they lost. They were down like 34 points to Maryland in that Big Ten quarterfinal, and that could just happen anytime. I've got Houston in the Final Four as well. Okay, so let's say our Final Fours one more time just to refresh everyone, and let's pick our Final Four matchups and our national champion. Max, we'll start with you. Who's in your Final Four? Who's going to win the games? And then who's your national champion?
All right, so the South and the West, I have Michigan and UConn. Michigan crushes Dan Hurley's dreams. He goes crying to the locker room. No more three-peat. Michigan to the national championship game. My bottom is Duke in Tennessee. Good old Rocky Top finds the way. We're going to have an aesthetically pleasing national championship game. Michigan will be in maize, or Tennessee will be in their bright orange. Michigan will be cutting down the nets in San Antonio, just like the national championship in football 2 years ago, which was in where?
Houston.
Houston, Texas. Thanks for coming.
Well, not just like college football.
Same state. Sorry, the state's so big.
Yeah. Okay. Max has both teams wearing their tri-alternate jerseys. Very similar looking.
Maize and orange? They'll be able to figure that one out.
With Michigan national champions. I freaking love it. I sure hope so. Sam, give us your Final Four winners and then national champion.
So we got Michigan, St. John's. Give me Michigan, and then give me Houston over Arizona. And I said it at the beginning, Michigan might I hope, have the dream team, the first ever, give it back to back. So give me Michigan to win it all.
I like it. I got Michigan, Maryland. I'm going to take Michigan to beat Maryland again. 2 out of 3. It's not to beat them 3 times, so that's good. And then Bama, Houston. I got Houston. And then I'm going to say I'm taking Michigan for this bracket, but I'm going to take Houston for real life in my other brackets. In 2013, I won all the brackets I picked. I had Louisville beating Michigan in the finals. So it's kind of like sadness, oh my, but then you have a resolve of winning money as a result. So I'm going to do that same pattern this year. So I'm going to take Michigan here, but I'm going to take Houston elsewhere. Yeah, Max said it. Houston's getting to go home, I guess. So I just think they're going to have a lot of fans there. It's going to be exciting. I think they've had this opportunity like for the last 4 years. They finally get the job done this year. Hopefully, Juwan Roberts is healthy. If he gets healthy by weekend 2, they're definitely good to go. So Cougars probably, but the Wolverines here. Go blue. All right, boys. Any other thoughts? Like any other bets or picks or like just general thoughts on the bracket?
No, I've been thinking about this. You said it's an aesthetically pleasing bracket. If you do have a color printer, this is a good time to get one. Print that thing in color. It's pretty sweet to look at. Another pro tip. Yeah, we're in the era of apps and everything checks it for you, but nothing beats taping it up on your wall, getting that highlighter out and highlighting your own. So it makes you feel good when you're sitting there watching the games like, damn, I got a lot of wins.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Print off your bracket and then highlight them. Yeah, and have a blank one so you can fill in the key. Have a key. But yeah, the highlighter feels good. And then There you go.
Ready
There you
to
go.
go.
If you work in an office, go ahead and steal highly, especially if you just put your 2 week notice in. Steal them before your last day. Um, and then I guess my last tip, Sam. So if you're not going to pay money to get into a pool, you can join a bunch of fun pools for free, either via ESPN or other like promotional things, and then you can just get into those because you could still win shit, and you just never know. So seek those out, even if you don't want to pay money. There's a lot of opportunities in pools to get into.
I know it's like 1 in quadrillion, whatever the odds are to get a perfect bracket. But if somehow you slept on the right side of the pillow tonight and you find yourself getting a perfect bracket, you will be going to Mars. Elon Musk will take you to Mars. So there's something to play for, people. Fill out a bracket.
Can I just have money instead?
Yeah, for real. All right. Well, I can't wait. I'm very, very excited. March Madness is literally my favorite time of the year. I would rather be doing nothing else in this entire world. I just can't wait. I've already highlighted my games I want to watch. I'm gonna pick upsets. I'm gonna bet on the games live. I'm gonna eat a lot of food. I'm gonna drink a lot of drink. First four starts Tuesday night in Dayton. Um, Someone's got those games. I'm not sure what those games are. First game's ass, so you're gonna have to sleep in, or you're gonna have to focus up. So the good games won't start till about 9:30 Tuesday and Wednesday night, and then yeah, get ready Thursday 12:15. It's go time.
Creighton
All right,
versus
boy.
Louisville. Versus
Say it again.
Louisville is the first tip.
I like that in Lexington.
Yeah.
All right, good bracket picking. I don't know. I'm gonna submit this bracket somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know if I'm gonna put money on it, but I think I like it. I like looking at it. Um, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the bottom left. I'm nervous about the top left. I'm nervous about the top right. I feel the best about the bottom right, I think. So we'll see. We'll see. Good episode, boys. Episode 127 Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. Let the madness begin. Our quote comes from PFT Commodore. I want to fuck my bracket. Amen, PFT Commodore. Amen. Before we finish, though, we do have Sam's Cooler Talk questions presented by Jets Pizza. Sam, are you ready? We're gonna rip them out
Shoot.
quick. All right. Have you ever won a bracket competition?
No. Well, yes, but not for money.
All right, it still counts. Which school has the most NCAA basketball titles?
UNC.
Not too far off. They might be second. It's UCLA. Where is the women's Final Four? Men's are in San Antonio.
Women's are in Waco.
Not bad. Tampa, Florida. What four cities has Michigan won a Big Ten tournament in?
Indianapolis.
Yep.
Indianapolis. I don't know where else they hold the Big Ten tournament.
Indianapolis, Washington, D.C., New York City,
Okay.
and Max?
I'm going to say Chicago.
That's correct. Chicago.
Okay.
Well done. Good job, Sam. All right, that's Sam's Cooler Talk presented by Jets. All right, boys, that's all we've got for episode 127 of Legally Teaching Engineering Sports. Let the madness begin. Hope everyone has a great time picking their brackets. Don't take it too seriously like I always do and get upset and rip your brackets up. Have fun with it. Have a heart bracket, have a brain bracket, and have a raw dog bracket. Don't forget that. Sam, shout out to our JHLers. And what's our POV?
Positive vibes only.